Chapter 19. So, yeah, I was grounded. No big surprise there. I believe my dad's exact words were, "I wish we could go back in time before any of this happened, but I'm pretty sure that's not possible." My mom's exact words were, "Can I pretend we're not related?" She was kidding, I think, but both my parents were pretty shocked. No, really shocked at how boneheaded my idea was to bring Abby to Mara's birthday party, and they were also pretty disappointed. No, really disappointed that I'd lied to Mrs. Craig, so I wasn't just grounded. I also had to 1. Write a letter of apology to Mara, 2. Write a letter of apology to Mara's parents, 3. Write a letter of apology to Mrs. Craig, and 4. Mow the lawn and rake the leaves twice a week and take out the garbage and empty the dishwasher every day and night for a month. Which was probably the worst part of the punishment since it meant Misty didn't have to do any of those things. The one thing they didn't do was tell me that I shouldn't do dumb things just to prove a point, because they knew they didn't have to. I was able to figure that one out all by myself. So there I was, a couple of nights later, emptying the dishwasher as usual, when I noticed a bunch of envelopes on top of the microwave. "What's that stuff?" I asked my mom, who was standing next to me trying to stop herself from helping me unload the dishes. Fact, even when moms punish you, they still want to help you. It's just in their nature. "Oh, just the mail," my mom said. I was about to go through it. Huh. I glanced at it casually for a split second until something unusual caught my eye. A bright red envelope. More like a blood red envelope, actually. I picked it up and saw that it was addressed to Mr. James Bishop. That's me. My heart started to race as I flipped the envelope over, looking for the return address. There was none, but there was a cool sketch drawing of 2 black wings, and between the wings, where the body would be, were the letters EE, also in black, drawn in fancy script. Elroy Evans. "Holy smokes!" I hollered, so loud that my mom dropped the fork she was holding. I ripped the letter open. "Dear Mr. Bishop, first of all, I very much appreciate your kind comments. It is the goal of every author to create stories that move and excite people, and it is especially gratifying when children tell me that they have enjoyed reading my books. So, thank you for that. Second, you ask a very important question. How can you tell if someone is a vampire? That is an age-old mystery that I'm afraid may be impossible to answer. Part of our fascination with these extraordinary creatures is that we are never sure who they are among us, if they are in fact us at all. It is possible that there are no vampires in this world at all, and it is possible that there is a vampire sitting at the very next table in a restaurant. This is the great unknown. Third, believing in vampires most certainly does not make you childish. In fact, it makes you the opposite of childish. It makes you a dreamer, someone who believes in possibility and imagination and the promise of something far beyond our natural beliefs and expectations. And finally, Mr. Bishop, I would like to extend an invitation. As it happens, I will be in New York City in 2 weeks' time for an appearance and book signing at the annual comics convention. It is always a true delight for me to meet my youngest readers. As such, would you consider attending the convention as my guest? And while you're at it, why not bring the creature whom you believe may be a vampire? This way we can draw our conclusions together. If this is something that interests you, please email my assistant Thora Saxby at thora@evanstown.com. I very much look forward to our meeting. Most sincerely, Elroy Evans. I sat down at the kitchen table, clutching the letter. Holy cannoli. I must have had some crazy kind of look in my eyes because my mom came rushing over. "What is it? What happened? Is everything okay?" I handed her the letter without a word. As she read it, it occurred to me that I'd never told my parents that I'd written to Elroy in the first place. I hadn't told Mrs. Craig either. The only person that knew was Misty, and she tortured me about it. Boy, was it going to be sweet showing her this letter. "Wow, this is amazing," my mom said, sitting down at the table next to me. "When did you write him?" "A few weeks ago, I guess. I didn't say anything because I figured nothing would ever happen. Well, something certainly did happen." My mom got her cell phone out. "I'm going to call Dad. He'll love this. You're going to meet your favorite author." "What about being grounded?" My mom waved me off. "This is a special occasion." I was on a roll. "Can I invite my friends? Can Abby come?" "We'll discuss that all tonight, but I don't see why not." My mom laughed. "Last I checked, there weren't any chimpanzees running around New York City." I laughed too, probably a little too loudly. "Great, I'm going to go tell the gang." I couldn't believe my luck. The past few days had been kind of miserable. I was grounded, Abby was in the doghouse. Not really, but you know what I mean. And the crime biters hadn't even needed me to solve our biggest case in a long time. Now here I was, about to tell them that they could join me in New York City to meet a famous author at the coolest convention in the world. I went from feeling left out to feeling back in. When I called the other crime biters, they couldn't say yes fast enough. Baxter thanked me for helping him take his mind off worrying about his brother. Daisy said, "That is so awesome," when I told her about the letter. Even Erwin sounded impressed, although of course he tried not to. It occurred to me that I should have started writing letters to authors a long time ago.